I wanted to talk about why you should watch a YouTuber called Chris Howett. So, first of all, his videos are just very cool. It's basically him. He has a variety of videos, but a lot of his videos are him doing little adventures or little challenges or just checking out certain things. One is him testing out different sleeper car trains and seeing the cheapest one to the most expensive. But one that I thought was really cool is he rode an e-scooter, an electric scooter from Paris to Monaco, which is, I think it took him a week or so. And that's just a cool little challenge. And he sees a lot of beautiful parts of Europe. He had to go through France, Switzerland, Italy, and I think back to France. I know Monaco's on the border of France and Italy or something like that. So yeah, but he still had to travel through many different countries, and it was just super beautiful scenery. And he was overcoming adversity through it, and it was actually kind of motivating in a weird way. So his videos are just cool. It's a cool little adventure. Another side note is he has really good taste in music when he's playing a montage. There's a specific part in his e-scooter video where it was exactly 30 minutes 50 seconds, and it was just a very nice scenery of Switzerland to a really good song. And that's how much I like him. I could even memorize the exact second from a video I like. And also I suggested my brother to watch it, so it's off the top of my head. So those are a few reasons to watch his videos, but the deeper reason why I think I like his videos a lot is he just seems like a really honest dude. One thing is he doesn't really try to be something he's not, like a lot of other YouTubers or just internet personalities in general. At least that's the vibe I get from him. For all I know, he could be a serial killer or something like that. But when I think of a lot of YouTubers, let's just use Andrew Tate as an example. I'm sure he's a much chiller person in real life, but in his YouTube videos, he's this big alpha male just saying a bunch of controversial statements. And that's great for what he's trying to do, is get a bunch of YouTube videos, but when it comes to building connections with his viewers, it's probably not the best thing he could do. So that's why I really like Chris Howett. He's just himself, and he's a pretty cool dude from what I see in the videos, but sometimes he's a little bit awkward, sometimes he's a little bit cringe, but it's totally all good. And this is a controversial statement also. It's not really that controversial, it's just an opinion I have, and I think a lot of people would agree with it if they hear me out. But I think he's a 10 times bigger alpha male to just be himself, even if he is a little bit embarrassing or a little bit cringe sometimes, than just trying to be something he's not and trying to be perfect quotation marks. And that's because of this advice I got from this South African guy, Luke Gordon. He's also on YouTube. But he just explained that when you don't need approval from others, it just shows that you're much more confident in yourself. The mindset being, it'll be great if they do approve of me because, come on, we're human. Who doesn't want to be approved of by others or think highly by others? But if they don't, it's not the end of the world. Of course, it kind of sucks, but being confident in who you are outweighs your need for approval from others. So what's better, that or just changing your entire personality in hopes that people will think a certain way about you? That comes off as needy. That comes off as not having very much self-confidence. So that's just food for thought, but I think every rational person could agree for the most part. And it's something that I try to do with my own YouTube channel. In case you don't know, these videos are for me to get better at speaking so I could come off better or more articulate and sounding less brain dead in my main channel, which is dedicating to helping martial artists and athletes with their goals. I'll link that channel in the description below. But it's something I try to do with my own channel. I don't try and be, even though it is for martial artists and fighters, I don't try and be this big, solid alpha male who knows everything about fighting and everything about strength and conditioning. I'm just honest with where I'm at in my martial arts and fitness journey, and just sharing what I know as I learn it also. And I think that will build better connection with my viewers. And it's something I try to take into practice in general, of just being myself, because let's say I'm talking to a girl and I try to be something I'm not, and she kind of gets the ick and we end up not talking. But imagine how frustrating it would be if she actually would have liked me if I was just being myself, and we would have had a 10 times better connection if I was just myself. And that would be very frustrating, and I think it's a lot of things people encounter, maybe not with girls, but just with people in general. They would have gone along much better if they were just themselves around them. So, didn't explain it the way I would like to, or as well as like to, but that's why I'm doing these videos. But check out my main channel if that sounds like it's something that you would be interested in. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.